Bitcoin is experiencing an epic price surge right now. We're currently testing back up above 51,700, putting us just dollars away from the previous macro high. This price action is showing me that the bearish thesis for Bitcoin is just about to be completely squashed. And everything that's happened recently in the crypto market has given me even more confidence that Bitcoin may see an all-time high break in the next couple months and possibly six figures by the end of the year or early 2022. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be discussing the price of Bitcoin. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new. So let's start this video off on the larger time frame. So let's talk about the weekly chart. On Sunday night, just 40 minutes before the weekly candle closed, I shared on Twitter that we had a bullish engulfing candle and that this was a super powerful signal for the bulls. And if you're looking at that weekly candle there and you're looking at the current weekly chart, you can see that that is exactly the case. This weekly candle bullishly engulfed the previous bearish one. We got a higher candle close, and now we've seen a major spring back to the upside. Now, moving into the daily chart, this is really an interesting chart to me because a lot of people, a lot of the bears were discussing, a descending triangle and a continued bear market. And that was a possibility for a long time, right? If we had actually broken down, continued down, and not gotten a macro higher high, then yes, that would have given the bearish narrative a lot of strength. But Bitcoin is literally just dollars away now from hitting another macro higher high on the chart. And remember, guys, we have the 65K peak from April, this lower high in May at about 59,000. And the next lower high comes in just now from September, and Bitcoin is nearly about to break this downtrend. This nearly half-year long downtrend is about to be broken, and arguably, if you line up your two downward sloping resistance points, Bitcoin has actually broken out of it just now, today. Take a look, guys. This downward sloping resistance, Bitcoin is breaking it right now. And honestly, the bulls couldn't be asking for anything better than what we're seeing right now. And all of this positive price action is telling me that supply shock is still in play. William Clemente shared this chart on October 3rd showing these supply shock ratios. And this green line going through the chart is the long-term holder supply shock, and it has reached a new all-time high. And what you'll notice is that every time the long-term holders supply shock ratio line hits an all-time high of any kind, we're usually at a fairly low point. And this means that Bitcoin may also be at a fairly low point right now, considering how high, where we may actually top out in the next coming half year. So long-term holders are continuing to buy Bitcoin at these levels. That means that whales have a lot of conviction for Bitcoin at these low levels below the 65K all-time high. I suspect that once we do break out above 65K, we're going to see the long-term holders starting to sell and let go of their Bitcoin, and they're probably going to sell into the pump as they normally do. And when I say sell into the pump, I mean long-term holders usually cash out of their positions over a multi-month period as the trend is going parabolic, and then their holdings diminish lower and lower as retail increases their positions. Also, a couple key metrics that we discussed in one of my previous videos, and this is very important, the stablecoin metrics. This is Bitcoin USD versus buying power. So the green part of the chart here means that the stablecoin metrics are showing us that it's underbought, right? There's actually a lot of stablecoins on the sidelines. That's what the green means. The red means that stablecoins are entering the market. And right now, if you're looking really closely on the screen, we're starting to see this underbought area just now. The floodgates are starting to open. The stablecoins are starting to re-enter the market. Right, so the stablecoin floodgates are just now beginning to open. And this means we may see stablecoin deployment take place for quite some time in this range and maybe even lead us into the next all-time high break, right? That's a possibility. And here's another metric, Bitcoin USD versus stablecoin flow ratio in the past 30 days. And it's kind of similar, but it's different. Once again, these red patches mean stablecoins are actually being deployed. That's where they take place during the pumps here. And even this region, this $30,000 low, was formed during this signal where we saw that stablecoins were being deployed, that red patch right there. So when we see this red patch, it means stablecoins are being deployed, which means that usually comes alongside either support or a pump of some kind. So that's important to remember. And we just came out of this region here where stablecoins were actually exiting the market. We had this downtrend. But now if you're looking closer, let me move the screen, make this screen a little bit smaller. If you're looking a little bit closer, we're on the precipice of entering a red patch here. We're coming right down along that 0 level, which means just like this area here, right? We are probably just about to see major stablecoin deployment in this range, right? So that really just validates what the buying power chart was showing us, which was the floodgates are opening right here in this region. The floodgates are just beginning to open. And I do think that there's a pretty good chance that Bitcoin is going to break into a macro higher high and confirm that this bull market is not over. You know, the fact that Bitcoin topped out at 65K, had a 55% correction, had a rebound up, and then is now potentially about to break into a macro higher high. To me, that just says that the bulls are making it very clear that this bull market is not over and that there's a lot of gas in the tank. If you're looking at the market cycle since the last market cycle top, you know, look how close. The yellow line is Bitcoin in 2017. The purple line is Bitcoin right now in 2021. Look how close we are to 2017. Never before in Bitcoin history have we ever had market cycle this close to the last one, right? I mean, here's the first one, here's the second one, and now the third and fourth Bitcoin bull market. It's like a really tight race, just above and below. You know, we'll see how this actually plays out, but we're like right on track. We're just behind 2017 according to this market cycle metric. Like I've been saying, guys, I do think we have at least, you know, a few more months, maybe even 6 more months leading into the first quarter of 2022 to see some major upside in this market. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely smash that like button, subscribe to this channel. Also sign up to the Cryptowatch platform by clicking that link below, and join my Patreon if you guys want to see what altcoins I'm buying, what I'm doing in this market, and I'll see you all in the next video.